Yo guys, how's it going? We are back for another episode of our Accrington career, where today we have ourselves a game against Charlton to start the episode off. So let's not mess about, let's get straight into it and see what we can do. And here we are, boys, ready and raring to go. Jaden Stockley of Charlton has scored 3 goals in his last 3 games, so another player that we have to watch out for. But we've watched out for the players that we've been suggested to watch out for so far, so we'll do the exact same today. We're back at home, let's get into it. I need his finishing to improve before I think about keeping him at the moment. But Poli's got some space. I'm going to take a shot because there was no other options, and it weren't the worst effort at goal either, to be fair. Tried to play the ball back to Poli and unfortunately intercepted in the time. Tried to take a challenge with Clark, and that's going to be a definite yellow card for him. Kirk is sprinting away from Astley at the moment though, and Astley took the touch, and it's a good save in the end by Savin. He got very lucky, but it is a decent save. Coming forward, plays the ball, tried to play the ball inside, but Addy again wasn't making the run, and that is a massive run through the centre, and it's a big save there from Savin. I was very quick to react to him making the run through there, and luckily Savin had the pace on him, because this man is causing me issues all over the shop. Right, Payne plays the ball short this time, and now it's back with the man again, and he's turned Perrott again. Comes in with a challenge. It's not switched to the right man, and that I think was okay. It was just a poor shot in the end. But Poli again, we're just the runs are there and the position is there, but we haven't got the passing ability. And here we go. He's come through again. This time he's dinked the keeper, and it's wide of the post. Oh my god, this man is ripping me limb from limb right now. Right, ball thrown in. It's O'Connell to Dobson. It's out to, okay, it's back in, or back outside. Kirk is the man on the ball. Clark comes in with a challenge, does not make the challenge at all, and it's going to be ran into the box. It's not great. It's not great at all. And Stockley at Savin's near post. At the near post, brother. You didn't even jump towards it. You jumped backwards. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to concede goals so regularly, because it's not like I'm playing badly. That's the thing that's annoying me. It's not like I'm playing badly, and there's just that little thing that's happening that's it's so frustrating. Savin should be doing 10 times better in that position. Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting him to save it, because it was a very, very well placed shot, but at the same time he should be doing better there. That's half-time, boys. We're 1-0 down. Again, conceding just before half-time. It's the most frustrating time to score a goal, bar full-time. Jaden Stockley is the man that scored, as you can see there. A very well-placed finish, don't get me wrong, but I still think Savin should have been doing better in that situation. I really do. But second half to come, it's been an absolute struggle in that first half, so I don't want to think what this second half's going to be like. Right, we're back underway. Charlton are the side that have kicked off. Like I say, that first half was so much of a struggle. I don't know what's going to happen in this second half. I wouldn't be surprised if we completely capitulated. But right now, Perrott is the man coming forward. We've slid it out to Longello, who has some space here, has some time, plays it into Poli, who takes the shot and finds the back of the net. And just after half-time, the young man, the 17-year-old Italian man, has just managed to bag himself his 3rd goal of the season. And it's the 3rd goal that the team has scored under my management. I cannot thank this man enough. Honestly, I cannot do it. He's actually unreal. What the hell is this? He's bagged the goal. It's a beautiful finish in the end. Don't get me wrong, it's not the hardest finish he's going to have to ever put away in his life, but it is from that position. 2 defenders closing him down and the keeper, and he manages to put it over the 2 of them. And it's into the back of the net, boys, as Perrott has it at the moment. He's trying to do something with it, and he does absolutely nothing, but currently, Sangare, why were you lagging so much there? But luckily, Savin makes the save this time. But why did Sangare lag so much on his sprinting there? He was way behind. What the hell? But he's managed to get the ball back, and we can play the ball through to Addy. Unfortunately, it's not the best of passes again, and the gap did get closed off quite quickly as Kirk now has the ball. It's now with that man again, Jay Semi, I think his name is. But yeah, there we go again. Savin has to be quick, and he isn't quick enough, and the ball slid underneath him. I don't know who it is. It's not the same man that scored the first goal. But 60 minutes in, we have conceded again against Charlton. These have been so difficult to play so far today. They really have been an absolute struggle. And it's a good ball, but Savin, literally that one touch, I think knocked it off of his path, and that's what ruined it. That one touch there just did enough to get it into a right angle. But yeah, we should be doing better right now, but we're getting absolutely dominated by this side. I don't know what it is, but they just don't like to run or make runs. The only man that likes to make a run is Lowe, and Kirk is the man trying to beat Baba Fernandez at the moment, and he has not managed to do so. He's played the ball back to Fraser, but that has left a massive gap for Anike, and that has somehow not ended up in the back of the net. I don't have a clue how, but it hasn't. Right, don't know who that is. Right, Blackett Taylor on the ball. Can he? Okay, he's cut inside beautifully there. Honestly, this Charlton team are a different level to us right now. That's all I can say. They're a different level. They're a different breed. Anike has come forward, played the ball. Kirk plays it wide. That is full time, boys. 2-1 loss in the end against Charlton. Not the way we wanted to start the episode, but these have been so difficult to play against today. Poli did well just to get himself the goal. Longello did well to set him up for the goal. And if it wasn't for them two men today, we deserve to lose by more than 2-1. And again, Poli again putting in his performance, but he only really had that one chance today. He really didn't have much. Yeah, just not a lot of chances for us at all, which is very unlike my kind of teams, and that shows how much we struggled today. Right then, boys, so post-match interview, we have ourselves, how can Accrington Stanley get a win? I don't have a clue. Stay strong. I don't have a clue how we can get a win, because we're doing everything right. We really are, but I don't know what to do. I really don't. And finally, why were your team able to make more of an impact in the second half? We struggled all game. It's not that we didn't. We win together, we lose together, because it wasn't that we didn't take our chances, because we hardly had any chances to take. Right then, boys, so for the final game of today's episode, we have ourselves MK Dons back at home. Let's see what we can do today. Hopefully put in a decent performance again, because right now, like I say, we're putting in decent performances. The only one we've really struggled in was the last game. Let's hope that we don't make that too much of a repeating occurrence, and let's hope that we can put in a better performance today and hopefully pick up our first 3 points as manager of Accrington Stanley. Tried to come short to collect that, but didn't quite make it in time. As we'll come back now and send these boys forward. It's out to Holland. It's switched play. It's very nicely done. A good cut inside there from Holland. Has left a massive gap, and it's a good finish there from Holland that has put us 1-0 down 14 minutes into the game. On a numerous amount of occasions, we've gone 1-0 down now. I don't think there's a game where we haven't. Actually, no, there's only been one game where we haven't gone 1-0 down, which is absolutely tragic. And yeah, a very nice finish in the end by Holland, but we just cannot deal with these sides at the moment. Right then, Lee plays the ball off to Hamilton as we start the game back off. Field, the man on the ball. We really need this man to step up. I know he's only 16 and that, but we need him to be stepping up at the moment, as that was a bad challenge. I don't see it being a red card, but it's a straight red for Harvey. I personally wouldn't have given that a red card. Don't get me wrong, it's a stupid challenge, but I've seen worse in this game that have been given for less. So, you know what I mean? I would not have expected that to be a red card. Right, Fernandez gives it back to Rogers, and we'll find it through to Field, who is free. Takes the shot. It's not a good shot again. This man needs to improve his finishing. Coyote runs through the centre. Good tackle from Rogers. Baba Fernandez does well. And again, we can try and come forward. Field has so much space on this right hand side as he cuts inside now. Plays the ball round the back. It's a beautiful pass to Lee. He should be finishing that, and he doesn't. That is why we play Polar. Ball played long. Clark wins the header, and it's now with Field again as he comes forward, takes an effort. Goal, and it weren't the worst effort, apparently, because that goes over the bar for a corner. Plays the ball into Johnson. It's now with Coyote after one other pass. Holland to Johnson again, and that's a good interception from Field. We have some space now. I'm pretty sure that's an open gap. It wasn't, but Flo has played it through, and it's a good touch and a decent finish there, but unfortunately not into the back of the net. Johnson lines up the free kick, and it's just over the bar. Oh. Fernandez plays the ball off to Perrett. Right, even with a man extra, right now we're struggling to create chances. Lowe plays the ball off to Lee, and again gets into the box, again takes the shot, and again it's wide of the post. Why can't this man finish? That is half time, boys. We are losing 1-0, which is not a unfamiliar sound, shall I say, from my voice right now in this career. Nathan Holland is the man that bagged the goal. It was a very nice finish, don't get me wrong. They have got a red card to their name though, so hopefully we can sort of make that count a little bit in the second half. But Lee is doing my nutting right now. Right, Clark still injured. I'm going to have to take him off, I really am. Right, Baba Fernandez to Coyle. We'll switch it to Field, who has done well to retain that, and he's beaten his man very, very easily there. If we'll play it back to Poli, who has the space, and he's not quite as good on his left foot as his right. And round the corner to Lowe, if he can create something of space. There's no space for me to have anything in this game. Honestly, it's been the most frustrating game, because the fact that they've had a man down and it seemed like they haven't. To be fair, it seemed like they have, but they're still just, they're keeping so tight on the pressure. There's nothing for me to do. And Pritchard has not helped defensively at all today. He really has been so poor on that left-hand side. Longello has been so much better than him, and McEachran has somehow sliced that. That's full time, boys. We still end up losing the game 1-0, even though they had a red card in the first half. Absolutely tragic from us. Tragic. At home as well. How are we putting in these kind of performances now? Please, for the love of God, we've deserved so much over them first few games, and these last two have been shocking. Right then, boys. Post-match interview. What changes will you make after the injury to Clark? I don't know, because I haven't got a right back. Unless we've got a right back in our youth academy, I'm buggered. But what have we got now? How can Accrington Stanley get a win? Don't ask me, because I don't know. I don't have a clue. And does defeat today damage the team's confidence? 2 games in a row that has just sucked for me. Really have. Oh my God, this episode has been tragic for me. Right then, boys, that is the end of today's episode. At the end of the episode, we have slid down another place, down to 23rd. We are quite a few points in front of Port Vale, though, so we haven't got a risk of dropping that low. We are literally only 1 win of coming out of the relegation zone as well. I have just brought in another Youth Academy's prospect. He's absolutely tragic, but I needed a right back. We had a decent right back. Well, that could have been a decent right back. He had up to a 56 overall, but unfortunately he's only 15, so I couldn't sign him in time. This man was a player that I hadn't signed into the Youth Academy. I had to go into my scouting report and then check him that way to see if we had one, and we only had this guy. Well, we had 2, but the other guy, he had a chance of being a right back, but he didn't turn out to be one. He was only a left back or a right mid. This man is a 52 rated now. The only thing he can get up to is 65 rating on his potential. So I don't know what to say about that, to be honest, but I'm trying my best. to do what I can with the team I'm getting thrown at this point. So, yeah, that's how we're going to end today's episode. In the next episode, we will finish November with Shrewsbury and then start with a game in the Cup against, I don't know if that's the FA Cup or what. I think it's the FA Cup, that might be. To start December, we've got the, I'm guessing, FA Cup against Forest Green Rovers, and then we will have a game against Port Vale because we have a cup game. And then, saying that, we have two episodes in a row where we'll be playing 3 games in them. So yeah, you guys are lucky, but we play Forest Green twice in a month as well. Jesus. Right. Yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please do leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next episode, boys. Peace.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I'll just buy a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.